Hello, my name is Keith Miller, and today I'll be giving a presentation on the human appendix. Today I'll be talking about what the appendix is, some background on it, the evolution of the appendix, and the usage of it today. What the human appendix is. The human's appendix. It's a small organ sitting in the human body. The appendix is only about a finger length in size. It's located in the lower right quadrant of the abdomen and juts off from the large intestine, neighboring the small intestines. So what does the appendix do? Well, the appendix technically does not have a function for humans anymore. However, the appendix used to serve a purpose for humans, but human bodies have evolved over time, and there's no need for the appendix anymore. Some background on the appendix. Modern humans do not have usage for their appendix anymore. That can be attributed to the change in human diets. Studies have shown that ancient humans were predominantly herbivores. They used the appendix to aid in digestion. The appendix played a role in digesting plant materials. This was during a time when humans mainly ate leafy greens and had a diet that was rich in vegetation. Charles Darwin was one of the first scientists to theorize on the appendix and its function. During his day, the appendix was identified only in humans and apes. Darwin hypothesized that the distant ancestor of these animals survived on a diet of leaves, and so they required a large cecum, a portion of the gut that houses bacteria that can break down stubborn plant tissue. The appendix used to have a major role in digestion for humans when they ate mainly a leafy diet. However, this has changed now because humans have shifted their diets away from a heavy vegetarian diet. The evolution of the appendix. The appendix began to evolve in humans roughly 18 to 25 million years ago during the early evolution of great apes and hominids. The appendix evolved from a larger cecum that was needed. A larger cecum began to become less significant and no longer necessary. The cecum began to shrink. Darwin believed that the appendix, which juts off of the cecum, is one of its former folds that shriveled up as the cecum shrank. As humans evolved from great apes to the modern-day human, the appendix got smaller and smaller, and its usage became less and less. The use of the human appendix now. Although humans can survive without their appendix, the appendix still has some use. The appendix plays a role in the human's immune system. The appendix produces early defenses to help prevent serious infections in humans. Often, when humans are sick or have a disease, the body flushes out good microbes to get rid of this disease. This is when the appendix releases its good bacteria and reboots the human immune and digestive system. The appendix does have some function in humans still. However, humans can still live without their appendix. About 5% of the population develops appendicitis and needs their appendix removed. Appendicitis is an infection in the appendix which requires emergency surgery to remove the appendix. About 280,000 to 300,000 appendectomies are performed each year in the United States. This research shows that the human appendix is not needed for humans to live. The human appendix was once used in the human body. It aided in digestion when humans ate a mainly leafy green vegetarian-based diet. However, because of human evolution and change in diet, the appendix is not needed to survive anymore. This doesn't mean that it doesn't have a use anymore, because the appendix slightly aids in the immune system, but it doesn't have a large enough role to be needed to survive. Here's my works cited. Thank you for listening.